in the event page, and people can see
Okay,
it.
so we have Sarah. Welcome, Sarah.
Hi, guys.
Thank you for joining us. I appreciate you hopping on to our sneak peek. You're going to be hearing from several coaches here. I think it's going to be as a little bit more informal than I had it pictured in my head. I think that's just a great way to go. So I think the best way to start maybe would just be to see if you have any questions off the top, you think, or should we just go ahead and start vomiting info on you? I don't know. I mean, what works best for you when you came into do you have like specific questions that you have?
Not that I can think of. It's like being in the doctor's office. You're
Yes.
like, and then 20 minutes later, you're like, oh, holy crap. Oh, yeah.
So do you have a piece of paper to write down questions that come to your head? Because you may want to be writing stuff down, and if something comes to your mind while we're talking about something, I know for me, if I don't write it down, I forget it.
Can somebody check into the event page and make?
Yep. I'm going over there. Okay. Going to check into the event page. Don't. See if anybody. Yes. Don't.
So I appreciate you guys on here. This is our first time doing a sneak peek this way.
Hmm.
I don't know if it's going to be. I think I kind of like it.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm actually going to ping the other people who said they were interested, but I'm going to do that on my wall.
And I sent messages to people, but I don't think they're able to make it. So.
Yeah. All right.
Ashley, did you have any questions? I know you're a coach already, but did you have any specific questions that you think might be could be answered here? I mean, just an open forum right now.
Not off the top of my head right now.
Okay. If you do, there's a section here where you can just kind of a chat section, and you can just type it out there, and we can kind of answer that as well. Let me just make sure that I don't have anybody popping into that page.
Yeah, I haven't seen anybody popping in there. But yeah. I just
well, we can do it again next week. I mean, I think something like this, or every other week, and we just do it this way and just see how it works for the next month. And if it's something that we feel isn't worth our time, then we can do something else. That's the fun part, Sarah, is like we get to experiment. We're business owners, we're boss babes, and we get to see what works, and we play around, and we're our own bosses, so it's kind of neat.
Yeah, that's fantastic. All right.
I guess I can introduce myself, and then I don't know, or Nika, you want to introduce yourself because you're going to be taking the first topic, or how do you want to do this?
Well, we sort of have this organized in a way, and I guess we'll see how that all goes. So my name is Nika Waters. I've been a coach since about 2012. I got into Beachbody coaching because I was in a challenge group with somebody doing the old Power 90 or P90, whatever the old one was. He's revamped a new one. It's a Tony Horton one. And people just really liked how I was cheering other people on. Sarah, does that sound familiar? Probably. Mm. And my coach said, "You'd make a great coach." And I said, no. And then she said, "Look, you're buying a new program about every couple months, and you're drinking Shakeology, and even if you don't do anything with it, the discount is there." And I said, And I read all of the fine print, and I had my husband read all of the fine print, and I couldn't find a catch, and here I am. So that's sort of my story in a nutshell. I do have some other aspects that I can add to it that I will share later. But one of the things that we talked about was how to structure this call tonight, and I thought we'd address kind of 4 or more. Yay, Maria, I'm glad you made it on. 4 or more of the topics that people kind of ask all the time. There are questions that come up all the time when we are talking to people about coaching. And one of them is, do you have to be at your goal weight? Do you have to be, I'm not fit, I'm not in amazing shape. How can I be a coach if I don't look like a model, or if I'm not, perfect? So that's a question that people ask all the time. People say, well, isn't this a pyramid scheme? And that's a question that we get asked all the time. We also say people will say, well, I'm not a fitness professional. I'm not a trainer. I don't know how to work with people. I'm not a nutritionist. How could I be a coach if I'm not any of those things? And another one that comes up is, well, do only the top people ever make money? Am I getting in too late? Is it the sort of thing that I can't make any money because I wasn't one of the first people to start in the company? There are lots of other topics, but those were certainly four that we thought of. And if you have questions about other topics, feel free to ask those too. But
I think
the idea was that
we earn on here too.
What?
I think we're going to touch upon how you earn money.
Right. Well, and that's what I was going to fold that into, just how do the top people make money? Well, yeah, some of the top people make money, but a lot of people who aren't top people also make money because there are lots of different ways to earn. So, and that was it. Those are kind of the real, at least some of the biggies that we thought we might tackle tonight. And Emily was going to start by talking about Emily. I'm just gonna let you go ahead. Oops, stop.
Really, one quick question, guys, and I apologize to Sarah and to Ashley. I'm just looking at the people that said that they were going. Fawn Kirsten, who's
Fawn is one of my coaches. Let me go ping her.
Okay. Enrica said she was coming.
Yes, but guess what? Daughter number 3 has just come down with pneumonia.
Oh, I feel so bad.
Yeah, Enrica has been battling. Her oldest was in the hospital for a week with pneumonia, and then her second daughter got pneumonia, and now it's Zoe's 3rd birthday today, and looks like she's coming down with pneumonia. So Enrica will not be here, and I am not going to ping Enrica about tonight. So,
Sean Carey.
She's one of my coaches. I will also ping her. Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, and what about Ashley Johnson?
Oh, that's Ashley.
Sorry.
That is Ashley.
Sorry. Ashley. Okay. All right. And interested to go. Sarah Lynn Bauer.
That's Sarah. Yep. Sarah's here.
Okay.
Today.
I'm just going through the list here. Susan Teeter.
I don't know. That's one of Maria's.
Yeah.
Susan Teeter, is she coming?
I don't know. She was texting me until 7:41, and I don't know. She gets up at 3:30 in the morning. I don't know if she's still awake.
Oh. Nicole Norberg.
Don't know who she is.
Kyle Enfield.
I pinged him. He's not a coach. He's one of my challengers.
Kevin Liddell.
Kevin Liddell is also one of my challengers.
Okay. Wow. Mika, you have a lot of people attending. I had only like 2 people that I invited, and obviously they're not coming. So.
Well, we will see. But and then I have a couple other people. I know one other person he knew that he had to work, so that's why I'm hoping you are recording it, which is great because then I can tag him in the whole thing. So, okay.
I apologize for that. I guess, I apologize. I had to double check. All right, so Emily, I guess, is going to go into a section about
goal weight.
Coaching, and you don't have to be at your perfect weight, goal weight.
Okay. I'm Emily. I've been a coach since 2012 of October. And Ophi is my upline coach. And she asked me several times to join a group, and I kept refusing, but I was watching the Brazil butt lift infomercials on TV. And after the summit of 2012, she decided to do a group for Brazil butt lift. And for so long, I joined and I drank the Shakeology, and I was having some health issues at the time, and actually helped balance out what I was having issues with. So I was hooked for that and joined in October. So that's kind of a little bit of my story. And part of the issues that I was having some chemical imbalance issues, and I also suffer from hypothyroid. And I know there's a couple other coaches that have that, and if you have that, the weight just doesn't come off. So that's kind of why I chose this topic, because a lot of people think they do need to look like this supermodel and to be a coach, and you don't. And it's not about a number on a scale. It's about getting yourself healthy from the inside out and preaching that to people. And hopefully with doing that, the numbers will start to come down, but skinny does not always equal healthy. I know skinny people who smoke and drink a lot, and it doesn't mean they're healthy. And I see people, and I will tell you, I weigh over 200 pounds, and I'm probably one of the healthiest, at one of my healthiest bits, because I'm eating healthier. I grew up eating a lot of, I was an athlete, I was a swimmer, but just for time, my family, we ate a lot of takeout. We'd eat donuts in the morning after morning swim practices. I drank a lot of soda. Vegetables at home had cream, like a creamy cheese sauce on it, gravy, butter. So even though I may have looked thinner than I do now, I probably would have been an even better athlete had I been doing what I'm starting to do now. I still have a soda addiction that I'm still working on. It's getting better. But I'm cooking healthy for my family. I'm hopefully setting an example to my girls that it's not about being skinny. It's about being healthy, and you don't need to be making yourself sick in private. You just eat and work out and make good choices. So that's kind of what I try to come across when I'm talking about being a coach on Facebook and promoting that. So it is, I would say it's kind of part of my brand, but don't fear that you're not at your goal weight, because people are watching too. And if they see somebody who's not a stick, who's fighting through those harder workouts, it may inspire them to do the same thing. So don't get hung on. It's, I'm not where I want to be yet. People will watch your journey, and that will attract people to you. I see Sarah going,
Well, so I'm gonna brag on Sarah for just a quick second. Sarah, how many days in a row have you done something physical for yourself at this point?
I think it's like 770 or 780 some.
She does a whole variety of things. I mean, sometimes it's when she's in the car going to a doctor's office, and she's doing her favorite are car sit-ups, where you're sitting in the car and you're like crunching and you're doing your sit-ups. But it's totally inspirational. And any group she's been in with me, it's been awesome, because it's just, this is what I'm doing for me. I'm doing this every day. And so anyway, I'm just giving you a shout out because you do a great job. So, Ophi, you're up. Ophi's talking about, oops, nope, she's got somebody in the back. Looks like her son has just come in.
My son is coming in with pizzas.
Perfect.
Not for me.
And Sean
Pizzas
says,
from Hungry Howard. It's not for
Sean
me.
says, just finishing a workout. I'll be right there.
Shakeology. Well, okay, so I'm going to speak on, and I guess it was some of the misconception that this business is a pyramid scheme. And I don't know if you heard of Beachbody, or if you were approached and then you just thought, oh, this is like one of those pyramid scheme things where only the people at the top make money. No. Those are illegal, first off. And secondly, this business is structured, it's a multi-level marketing business. So there are different levels, and it does look like a pyramid, but I like to say it looks like a Christmas tree, because we're a binary system. We have two legs, so it's a Christmas tree. But what differentiates this business from those schemes is that everybody can make money in this business. If I, brought Emily into the business, she can make more money than I can. In a pyramid scheme, only the people at the top who bring you in make money. People at the lower sections of the business structure don't make any money. But it's far from being a pyramid scheme. I don't know. When Nika was like, speak about it, I was like, it's just not. It's not a pyramid scheme. It's illegal. We wouldn't be able to run this business for over 8 years if it was. You know, we have a great rating with the Better Business Bureau. We've got several write-ups in Newsweek and Business Week also. We've been recognized as a great multi-level marketing business, one of the top multi-level marketing businesses. And anybody can be successful in this business. They have a fantastic bonus plan. They have a fantastic compensation plan. You make money not only from commissions, but you make money from your entire team, from the bonuses that Beachbody will give you for your team helping other people, the health and fitness products that we have.
And one of the things that I will say is that a pyramid scheme, one of the things that makes a pyramid scheme is that the only way that you make money is by bringing people in. And when a company that is a true pyramid scheme, there's no product involved. It's only that the people who you pay lots of money to join up, and then you get your friends to join up, and then when they join up, you get the money that they pay to join in, but there's no product involved. Whereas, absolutely, Beachbody has product.
We're a product.
You don't. When you sign up to coach, the person who you sign up with, there's nothing. If Sarah, if at the end of this call tonight you said, "Oh, I'm really excited and I want to sign up to coach," there's no money that I get from that sign up that you do. There's no payment that Beachbody gives to me when a coach signs up, and so that's one kind of big thing right there, and it's one of the things that actually they look at it is their product, and there's product. Our workouts and our supplements are top quality, top notch.
We're a product-driven company, and there is a bonus. You do get bonuses, and it's from Beachbody if you are doing successful and your team is doing well. But money is never taken out of the pockets of those individuals that you bring into the business, and I think that what is the big difference. Is one of the differences with the pyramid scheme and what we have here. So yeah, it's an incredible business. I know several people personally who stay-at-home moms, just paycheck to paycheck, trying to make things, make ends meet. And they're now, they built this business, they got into the business, and they just were very diligent, just following the action steps that Beachbody provides for us, which is so amazing. This company provides you with so many tools to be successful in here. Our Beachbody wants all of its coaches to be successful, so they provide us with a bazillion tools in our Coach Online office in order to help you to be successful. They provide us with so many training opportunities, which is incredible. But I know so many stay-at-home moms who are struggling when they first started this business, and now they're making, $10,000 a month from this business easily. So it can be a very lucrative business, or if it's just something that you want to make some part-time money, without having to have a part-time job, this is the way to go, So yeah, it's definitely not a pyramid scheme though. I swear. Sarah,
I believe you.
So I saw you jotting down some notes, Sarah. Do you have some questions?
It's cool to know that I had never understood what a pyramid scheme was. I knew you had to pay money to get in, but I didn't know there was no real product involved.
Yeah.
What do they call it? A Ponzi scheme?
The Ponzi scheme.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Are they the same thing?
A Ponzi and a pyramid scheme, I think, are the same thing. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hi, Sean. Sean Carey. Well, there's actually a great, there's a fun little video on network marketing. Didn't Pat Petrini put it together? The guy who wrote Miracle Morning for network marketers. It's hilarious. It's this little cartoon little cartoon little thing, I could actually probably find it and share my screen and play it because it's hilarious. But it's, well, there's this. I still think it's a pyramid scheme. And anyway, it's really funny.
We can post it on the event page. Sarah, we'll
I'll post it on the event page. That will be
that
good.
way you can take a look at it. Yeah, this business is very lucrative. And I didn't introduce myself. My name is Ophelia. Ophelia Conquet. I've been a coach since the end of 2008. I started end of 2008, but I really didn't get going in this business until 2010. I have been in this business since even before they had Shakeology. And I'm here to attest to the fact, I'm sorry, I'm just reading, the person I invited can't make it because she has to put her kid to bed.
Yeah.
Okay, I understand that. I can attest to the fact that, consistent effort will definitely help you to be successful in this business. I was able to retire my husband from his job, and we both now work from home. So and that's my cat. I do Beachbody full time, and I work 2 hours a week at the Y, and that's the only job that I have outside of the home. This is Beachbody pays for all my bills, but it's based on each individual's efforts. So I just have to make sure I do that disclaimer that we don't guarantee a certain amount of success. It's all based on individual effort, but it is possible. And that's my cat. Who do we have next? Do we have Abby next?
Yeah, you guys ready for me? All right. Well, I'm Abby Collins, and I've been a Beachbody coach since the summer of 2014. And I started out with being a stay-at-home mom. I'm still a stay-at-home mom, but I had just kind of come off of having a part-time or, a full-time job, but I was able to take my kids there and that sort of stuff. So I was coming off of that and kind of lost and wondering a little bit, trying to find myself again. Had actually gotten back into like teaching or not teaching, starting Zumba, and then I became an instructor. So all kind of at the same time, I became a fitness instructor, and bam, I became a Beachbody coach at the same time. So the kind of, so the question I'm going to answer or talk about is, do you have to be a fitness professional to be a Beachbody coach? And while I am a fitness instructor, I wouldn't even really consider myself a fitness professional. I mean, I know I am technically, but Zumba for me is a passion, and it's just something that I just love to go do. So it's not really, and it's kind of like my Beachbody job. It's not really, it's just something you find a passion for. And that's kind of all you really need to be a Beachbody coach. So the same passion that I have for being a fitness instructor is the same passion that I have for being a fitness instructor. I don't have any professional training when it comes to being a Beachbody coach. As far as, I started actually, my laptop is resting on my ACE manual for a health coach. So yes, those are things that I do on my own. Like, these are things we call personal development. So those type of things I do to help better myself so that I can help people differently as I have taken my business to trying to take my business to a different level. But honestly, I think the best people to become Beachbody coach is your average normal person. I mean, they're stay-at-home moms, they're working moms, they're dads, they're just, the 25-year-old woman trying to get married and lose a couple pounds before her wedding. I mean, those are the people that make the best kind of coaches. And in my opinion, the reason that is because they are just like the average person. They're relatable. Most people understand where they are coming from. And, people will always ask you, if you lose 10 pounds, people are going to ask you, how did you do it? How do they think you found the Holy Grail? They want to know how you did it. When we all know, the secret is hard work and effort. and, watching what you eat and working out. So, so really what it is about is kind of just teaching people what you have learned, being there, supporting them, and a big emphasis on supporting and accountability. Because I know lots of people that have lost weight on and off, but it's just more enjoyable when you have company of people, like in our challenge groups. I guess, like Sarah, you've done challenge groups with Nika and that sort of stuff, so you understand that. Doing the challenge groups, that really gives you like a big boost. It makes, there's someone there to talk to. There's someone that understands your journey. There's, that's kind of like our big thing is the challenge groups. And that's why, because you get into these forums and you can relate with people that are like you, and you guys are, I always like to say you're on parallel paths, because I think everybody's on their own journey, but you're on parallel paths running together. And this is kind of going to get a little bit more kind of leading into marketing and that sort of stuff, but your interests are kind of going to be what kind of set you apart from other people and what make people attracted to you. Because like I can already tell why you and Nika get along, because you and Nika do the same kind of workouts. I guess you do the car workouts. She does the gas station workouts. Yeah. So you guys, it's like great minds think alike. So for me, the type of people that are attracted to me tend to be women that are usually between like the age of 25 and 40, and we don't have like a ton of weight to lose. We kind of struggle with like those 15 to 20 pounds, and we love sugar. We're the same type of people. We're busy. We may or may not have kids, but we're busy people. And, you're going to attract people that are like you. And you may even find that, like I'm a crafty person. Like maybe my thing starts to become crafts and all this stuff, and those type of people start attracting me. So that's getting into like attraction marketing and all that type of stuff. But like those type of people will be the type of people that will come to you and that will find you. And so it's not necessarily about having all the technical training. It's about finding your tribe, banding together, and kind of getting on the same mission, and you share motivation and recipes and tips and tricks of your trade. I feel like I have a great tribe. They give me some great, they're better at like the meal prep and all that stuff than I am. And I'm always like, oh, Whitney, where's my recipes? You have such great ideas. So, you all start to like sort of puzzle piece and fit together. So that's do you have any questions about that? That's kind of about my fitness aspect of it all, being a professional. It's fun. It's all about having fun.
Yeah.
Can I add on that a little, just to kind of give you some idea too? Because you might think that you need to know like this overwhelming information on health and fitness, but when you first get in and you're getting into it, Ophi had mentioned that Beachbody gives you a lot of stuff. You can actually go in your back office, and if you're running a challenge group, you can print off, let's say you're doing a country heat group. You can go in and find a country heat challenge guides, and it gives you everything you need to say every day. And so you have those guides there until you've like done some more personal development and feel like, oh, I've learned about this, and you may want to share that with your group. So Beachbody does help with that as well.
Yes, and I agree. And like Nika will probably help you run. Depending on how many groups, you probably kind of got the gist of like how things work, but Nika will always help you, especially at first, getting your first group up and going and answering your questions until you feel comfortable. But yeah, those guides are great. I've been coaching for 2 years. I still use them. In fact, I used them for my group today. I was kind of like, what I'm going to post about, and I found one I liked. And then, I kind of just took the guts of it, and then I just, made it fun and sound like me. And so very good call, Emily.
Yeah, absolutely. And this topic sort of has made me think almost of a shift in a topic in a way. And I don't know, there are a few of us who have been coaches for a while on here, and I'm looking at particularly at Abby and Ophi and Emily and Maria and me. Sean's been a coach for a little while. Emily's been a coach for a little while. Ashley, not so long. But just something that surprised you when you became a coach, something you weren't expecting? I know I'm throwing this is totally out of left field, but what's something that you appreciate about Beachbody and being a coach that you had no idea would become a part of your life until you joined? How about that for putting everybody on the spot?
Well,
jump on that
for
one.
me, I didn't realize that it wasn't going to just be a physical transformation. For me, I'm very much a shy person, believe it or not, and I am a social introvert, believe it or not, and low self-esteem growing up because I was a very chubby kid. I mean, I was bullied and I was name called and all of that. I went through the whole gamut of having to, try and stay away from as many people as I could just because I was uncomfortable with who I was when I was growing up. And I always tended to, I stayed with the outcasts because that's the only people that I thought would hang with me. And so I had very low self-esteem, and I didn't realize that coming into this business that I would get so much personal development. Personal development is something that's really encouraged in this business. A lot of reading, and I do enjoy reading, but I used to only enjoy reading Stephen King books and things like that. Now, I mean, I'm reading, so many I'm actually reading 2 books at the same time now, my personal development reading. And I have found that I have become a much more confident person. I don't know if it's because I'm older now, but I think it's part of it is that I just feel more confident. I just have my self-esteem has definitely gone up. I tend to let things roll off my back. And I know now that a lot of my self-loathing was just because I thought that I had to look a certain way. And I know that healthy doesn't have to look a certain way. And healthy actually comes from the inside out. And if you're feeling good about who you are, if you're taking care of not only, whether or not you're going to fit into those, skinny jeans or whatever. I will never wear skinny jeans because I don't fit in those. But, I think healthy is, everything from your joints feeling good because you don't have a lot of extra weight on them. Your shoelaces, your heart isn't struggling with excess weight and it's beating and it's not struggling to sustain that blood flow through a body. And it's also just, I think healthy to me is just so much more now that I've been in this business, and it encompasses confidence, it encompasses a physical transformation, it encompasses being strong, not just muscles. It's just being strong as far as who you are and confident in who you are. That was one of my biggest surprise in this business.
For sure.
That makes sense.
Yes.
Women never ramble. It's okay.
Yeah. So for me, I'm going to have to piggyback off of Ophi and say that's exactly, that was one thing because I've battled depression. And so for me, that was one expected side effect. I had no intentions. I bought the first bag of Shakeology and I had no intentions of getting a second. And here I am like 2 years later, I drink it pretty much every single day, I'm pretty much am. Like I forgot it today, but now that I remembered, I'm going to go drink it when I'm done here. So, every single day. But kind of just to say something a little bit different, because I think, for me, it's also been kind of like the group. I didn't realize that I needed the support and like a group, like our tribe, having people that I connect with has been something huge. Like I didn't realize I was such a lonely housewife, and I needed a purpose, and y'all gave me that. So that was another one of mine.
And mine was partly the physical thing, but I joined as I was going through like a very rough time in my life, and I didn't have. My husband was supportive. My kids were young, so they really didn't know what's going on. But outside of my husband, we didn't have a lot of family support for what was going on with us. And by joining Beachbody, I found a group of inspiring, motivating, happy people, and that's what I needed in my life at that time. And it helped me let go of some big stuff that that I had been dealing with for about a year or so. And so that's not what I expected it to be, but I consider a lot of the people on this chat my family, because they've been with me pretty much from the beginning of that.
You've got a non-nuclear family. Awesome.
Say
Sorry.
it again.
A non-nuclear family.
Yep, that's a non-nuclear family. But I tell you what, when we get together, boy, it sure feels like we're nuclear.
Yep.
In more ways than one. Well, I know for me, one of that, piggybacking on everything, personal development is certainly something that I never, in fact, I remember when I first joined and the company started to charge an extra $1 a month on our coaching fees for access to Success Magazine. And I remember saying, that's dumb. Who needs that? I don't want to do any of this kind of personal development stuff, self-help stuff. That's for people who, don't, whatever. I am now a junkie, and that's all that I read. The stuff is incredible. And I think about there are a number of things. And right now my kids I've got a senior in high school and a sophomore in high school. And it was because of Beachbody and really doing the personal development stuff that I've done, and trying to get organized and get a planner. And I found a planner that asked me to do this sort of thing. And so I was like, okay, I'm going to go do this sort of thing. Anyway, I wound up giving a talk here in Charlottesville that inspired my daughter, who was at the time 13. And she said, Mom, do you think I could do that too? And I said, yeah. Well, the next year she auditioned. It was a talk you had to audition to do. And she auditioned for the talk and actually was invited to give a TED talk last year. One of our local, it's not TED, it's TEDx, but because that's just a locally organized TED event. But my 14-year-old daughter last year was invited to speak at TEDx, and I can trace it without any real deviation to the work that I've done with Beachbody. And so did I expect that when I became a coach, I would become a better parent and set an incredible example for my kids? No, totally unexpected, and totally worth everything right there. So, and I'm hoping Maria's going to hop on now.
Sure, I can hop on. So my name's Maria Frame, and I've been a coach since 2013. It's been 3 years. I signed up the end of November, beginning of December with OFI. And I think one of the biggest surprises was how I signed up with OFI, just to start that off. I had been approached to try Shakeology at the local Y that we worked at together. I was a Zumba instructor, kind of like Abby. And the other person just wasn't, she didn't interest me. I hate to say it that way, but she just didn't interest me. And I knew OFI, but we weren't really friends. We were just kind of acquainted because of the Y. And it just, one day it hit me, and I approached her kind of out of the blue, and I said, I want to be a coach. I'm going to sign up for a product, and I'm going to get Shakeology, even though I've never tried it. And I'm going to start coaching right now, today. What do I need to do? I knew that I needed something more in my life at that moment. And God spoke to me. I attribute a lot of what happens with Beachbody to my faith. I'm not the perfect Catholic by any means, but I do really attribute to everything that's happened to me because of what he's led me to this point. Whether you're faithful or not, there's some kind of a higher power helping me along, let's say. And as far as the whole coaching thing, for you guys that aren't coaches, what it's done for me, and it piggybacks off of everyone else. I have a family of men and women that I can always go to and count on anytime life is rough, anytime I'm having dilemmas, so to speak. I'm a military girl. I'm a veteran. My husband's a veteran. And I'm used to getting really close to people and then having those relationships broken and moving away. And I have not had any of the relationships with these people broken, even though we don't live in the same city. I've moved away. I was the one that moved out of Indiana. And what's great is, for Sean and for Sarah and Ashley, we all get together. I don't know, see if I can say this right. Whether you've been a coach with Ophi's team for 5 years or a coach that's been here 2 days, the relationship and the bonding that we build is incredible. It's like, to me, it's kind of weird because I think we're all put together. We all have different personalities and backgrounds and beliefs and faith and every different thing you can imagine. But when we're all together, we're like a complete puzzle. And if you're a new piece to that puzzle, you fit right in. And that's a huge, it has such a huge impact on my life. These guys, they know how I feel, but they don't know how I feel. I thank God every single morning for them and for this team and for what I have, because sometimes when you think you can't get through certain things, they're here and they reach out to you in private or in public and call you out, and that's what you need. So I'm here. I wasn't supposed to be here. I didn't think I'd be here tonight, but I'm glad I'm able to talk to you guys. So thanks. Love you all.
Love you. That was a blessed day when she contacted me. I was just so totally shocked, and we clicked right away. And she's absolutely right. It's when you do get to a live event, and if you're a new coach, you have that hesitation because you're the new person on the block. But generally what happens when you're a new coach and you come into a live event with us, we just kind of embrace you and bring you into the fold, and it's like we've known you forever. That's the great thing about our team. I think a lot of the teams in the Beachbody Network are like that, but I know specifically for our team, we are very, very, we're very loving. We're very emotional. Our driving force is our heart. Another part of coaching that I love, another thing I wanted to also speak about, is the fact that you feel so empowered. And it's not because you're a coach or not because you have all these cool products and you're changing people's lives. It's because you have these people behind you. You feel so connected, and you feel like all these people are elevating you and constantly uplifting you. And you know, without a doubt, that if you are going through a really rough time, like Maria said, all you need to do is reach out to one of the coaches on our team, and your day is turned around. Seriously. And you just have to mention that you're having a rough time on our team page, and everybody rallies around you. It's incredible, our team. I love our team. So, Sarah, you have to join. Just saying.
No pressure at all. Thanks, Ophi.
Pressure.
Also, don't pressure people.
But I like you. I like her. I think she'll fit right in.
Thank you. Well, and one of the things I sort of took us off tangent a little bit, and that's fine. I think all that stuff is absolutely critical. And one of the reasons that we wanted to do this Zoom call as this way of doing it is because this is how we run our team meetings. Our team meetings are on Zoom. We can see each other. If somebody has a comment, they hop in. And there are times where we've got a topic that we want to do, and then it just feels like it's right to move off to something different and come around that way. And so we're sort of trying to model that also on this call for you. And for anybody who is a new coach or somebody who's been a coach for a while but hasn't been engaged in our team calls, because I know Sean and Fawn they're two of my coaches, but they haven't done a lot with jumping into team calls. Some of it is timing and when that all happens, but we also wanted this to be an evening for people like that, and like you, Ashley, to just come in, and Emily to just come in and be a part of this way of being together. Because I'm in Virginia, Ophi is in Indiana, Maria's in Ohio. Emily, Emily Flessner, I don't know where you are, but are you also in Indiana?
I'm in Minnesota. Same with
Minnesota. Okay, and Ashley, are you in Minnesota also? Okay, see, we're all over the place. It's kind of wild. And then I'll just hop on and just do a little, what I was going to talk about was one of the questions that is often asked is, well, is this the kind of company where only the people at the top or the people who got in at the very, very beginning can ever make any money? Well, there are two main ways, three ways really of making money in our business. And one is through sales. Yep, you earn a commission on anything that you sell. Basically it's a 25% commission. There are some that are a little bit more and some that are a little bit less. It depends on the club level. If they signed up for Beachbody On Demand, there's a little bit less commission that you make, but it's kind of offset by the fact that you're making some money every 3 months. That is like 50% commission on their club fee. So 25% is a really good rough estimate on there. But the other way that you earn money is that as you grow your team, and one of the reasons that some people like to call it a pyramid is that it's a Christmas tree shape. It's a tree shape where you're at the top, and then you have people who are underneath you. And the people who are underneath you, that's not that they owe you anything or they're worse than you are. It's just that that's the structure of it. It's like if you work in a regular job, if you're a teacher, you've got a principal and an assistant principal and teachers. The difference with what we have going on is that I can actually earn more money than the person who is my sponsor. So my sponsor is somebody who is one of Ophi's coaches, and she's not actively working the business right now. I would bet Ophi has access to that. My bet is that I'm earning more money than she is right now from Beachbody. You can't do that. I can never make more money than my supervisor at school. I'm a teacher. I can promise you it will never happen that way. It's not how it's set up. So you can earn money through commission, through selling stuff, through sharing what are good solutions to somebody's issue. If you're talking to somebody and they want help with figuring out how to solve a certain problem that they have with health or fitness, you may have a solution for them. And that's what these are. These programs are solutions. And a solution that works for one person might not work for somebody else. So Beachbody coaching is hard work. It's not easy. It's not, oh, yep, I'm going to put something up and everybody's going to sign up and cool, I'm going to have money coming in all the time. It's you're working to make a relationship with somebody. You are finding out from them what it is that they're looking for, what they need in their life, what's going to fit in with their lives. It's not, this program is on sale, therefore it's the best program for you. But it's, okay, if you like to dance, I'm going to use Sarah as an example, but I spent some time talking to Sarah about what might work for her. Well, she loves to dance. And so we were talking about dance and Shanti and motivation. And so she actually had size. She has size. One of her programs that she has is size because it's a perfect fit, right? Dance,
Yeah.
that sort of thing. It works really, really well. I could have said P90X because maybe it was on sale that month, but it wouldn't have fit for Sarah. So you spend some time as a coach. A lot of the time that we spend is building relationships. It's listening to people. It's asking questions and trying to see what's going to be a best part of a solution for them. So yeah, you earn money with sales. You also earn money as you build your team, and your team is sharing the business opportunity and sharing these solutions with people. And sometimes the solution is the business opportunity. Sometimes the solution is a program or Shakeology or the 21-day fix or Fixate cookbook or something. But as people are sharing those things and they are generating income, as the person on this, the star on the top of the Christmas tree, you are earning from the product, from the work that people on your team are doing as well. It's not a direct, and it's not like if, so Sean and Fawn are both my coaches and they're working and they do things, and then Beachbody says, oh, oh no, actually you don't earn $10, you actually only earn $5 because $5 of it goes to Nika. That's not what happens whatsoever. Sean and Fawn would each get their $10 check, and then I would get a percentage of all of their volume that went into that based on where I am and the work that I continue to do as a coach. So you can't hit a certain rank and sort of say, oh, cool, awesome, I am set. I don't have to do anything anymore. That's not how it works. If you are not continuing to actively work the business, all of those lovely perks and that extra way of earning money no longer comes your way. So those are really the two main ways to earn money in Beachbody. So one is through commissions, and one is through what are called team cycle bonuses that are dependent they're really dependent on the work that you do as a leader. The work that you do leading your team and growing your team and helping your team grow and learn how to do things and be successful in the way that they define success, that all can combine to really affect your bottom line in terms of income that you make as a coach. And then when you hit a certain level, you can actually profit share with a company. When you hit, is it 2-star? Is it 5-star? 2-star diamond. And these are ranks. We can go into some of them if you want. I think sometimes they get a little confusing when you're thinking about them. But once you hit a certain rank, you can start to profit share with the company. So that is all dependent on the amount of money that the company makes and how many of those profit shares are part of it. And then they cut a check 4 times a year to you. So those are really the ways to earn. But if you are not actively working the business, if you are not sharing and listening and building relationships and letting people see what an incredible opportunity this is, for whatever reason, and it may be that somebody is looking for a community to join. It may be that somebody needs some accountability with their own health and fitness. It may be that somebody says, wow, I am already working with all these people and I'm a personal trainer and I'm working with them, but I can only work with them once a week or once every 2 weeks. And they want to have something that they're doing every day. I want to be able to help them. And I don't particularly care to spend 10 hours creating a program for them. It would cost them too much money. But if I'm a coach, this is the perfect program for them, and they could do that at home and it would work for them. So there are a zillion other reasons that you may want to join as a coach. There's no one size fits all. Every single one of us has a different reason why we join. Every single one of us has a different reason as to why we're still here. Those of us who are still here. So you don't have to have started from the very beginning. I was listening to a podcast by Christine Dwyer, who's by some accounts, certainly by any account, one of the most successful coaches in Beachbody. And she was saying she's got some coaches in her organization, and there's nobody above her. Like, she started her own line of coaches, and she has some top coaches who aren't making any money because they're not doing anything. So it doesn't have anything to do with where you come in. It has everything to do with the effort that you put into it and the work that you put into growing it and listening and sharing. And Abby wants to eat your baby, Emily, is what I'm seeing right there. So that's, there are so many topics that were just touched on right there. And that was kind of a vomit of information. Sorry. Anybody have questions?
I want to eat the baby too.
I know lots of people want to eat the baby.
He's naked. He's naked.
It's all together. It's it.
And see, we have working moms. We have all types of people that are our coaches. We have men, we have women, we have people in their 20s, their 30s, their 40s, their 50s. People that are that have teens and have babies. So it's not just a one size fits all. Well, yeah, one size fits all. No.
It's not one size fits all.
It's not one size fits all. No. So we have so many different coaches, and like Nika said, so many different reasons why they do this. But I think it all boils down to I think a lot of us initially started because we were hoping to make maybe a little bit of extra income, but we also wanted to get a whole lot of discount. And you get a great discount on all the products, which is 25% off, which is cool. And I know, unlike some other MLMs, you in Beachbody, you will always get a 25% discount, and you will always get a 25% commission. It's not based on how much you bring into your organization. I know with some other MLMs, you have to reach a certain quota every month in order for you to get their max in commission or their max in discounts. That's not the case here. Also with Beachbody, you don't have to buy out. If you feel that after a year, we hope that doesn't happen, but if you feel that after a year, it's just not for you, you don't have to pay a certain amount to get out of contract, because there's no contract. You can just submit a cancellation form, and that's that, and you can just be a customer, and you'll just automatically fall as turn into a client with your upline coach, and that's it. And if at another time you feel you want to start the coaching business again, you can sign right back up. So there's no buyout, and you don't need to buy in. There's no contract holding you to it. The only monthly mandatory fee is a $15, or depends on what state you're in, but $15 to $17 fee per month, and that's to run, I guess, maintain the websites that you get. And that's basically it. I think I love the compensation plan. I just love the structure of this business. I love the fact we don't have to carry any product. You don't have to have your garage filled with all the products, and you don't have to go, house to house, door to door to with all your products and display them in parties. A lot of it is done online. We have a distribution center that sends all the products to you. People buy from your website, and then when they click, purchase, those products are shipped from one of our warehouses. So you don't have to worry about any of the shipping fees either. And they take care of all the returns. They take care of all of that as well, which is kind of cool. There's a lot of MLMs where, when people leave that MLM, they're like, I'm stuck with all the stuff that I had to buy in order to distribute, in order to make some money. But you don't need to do that. The only product that I carry is the stuff that I want to try. That's it. Where's the baby?
He's on the ground playing.
He's tired of us.
He was Nikki. Sarah, do you have any questions?
People want to see you.
You.
Chunky.
He's so chunky. He's so chunky.
How old is he now?
9 months.
Oh, look at his belly. Look at his arms. Hi.
Hi, buddy.
Hi. He's our newest coach.
Like, look at all these grandmas.
Crazy.
They're just yelling, so.
He's adorable. Any questions, guys? Ashley, Fawn, Sarah, Sean.
I'm assuming MLM is that multi-level marketing, right?
Yep. And what that means is that you've got, it just means that there are levels to it. I mean, and I don't think it's all that unlike, you think of a principal and an assistant principal, and then the lead teachers, and then the teachers, and then the assistant teachers, and that whole levels. Well, that's what happens in a multi-level marketing company. It's just that you are the one creating that within your own business. You're owning your own business.
You're going to be CEO of your own business.
And then you build those layers going down. I love Carl Deichler, who's our CEO, who is pretty awesome, in my opinion. But he calls it a multi-level helping company. Because when you invite somebody to join you and they are helping other people, and I'm going to call Sean Carey out, she joined because she has felt a calling to provide fitness for women at her church. So Sean is one of my coaches. She is helping all these women, and those women, whether they're coaches or not, they are actually setting an example for their families. That ripple effect of helping goes all over the place. And so I loved it when Carl made that point at Summit one year. So it's a multi-level helping company. Like, yeah, it is. So we call it MLH.
MLH.
It's an MLH.
Any questions? Ashley? Nope. Maria disappeared on us.
She's on the phone with hubby.
She's on the phone. So
Oh, also, just FYI, if you know, as far as the sign up and the registration, it is such an inexpensive price. I mean, to buy into your own business, it's $42, and that $42 is waived if you've invested in yourself with a challenge pack. If you buy Shakeology and a fitness product, you don't have to pay that registration fee. That's waived. And if you bought one in the past, you what happens would be that you would pay the $42, but then your upline coach, or you can, but I usually will do it for my coach, will submit a form stating that you registered as a coach, and you'll get reimbursed that $42. So the initial registration fee of the $42 it's basically free if you invest in yourself with a health and a nutrition product.
Yes.
A challenge pack, which is cool. And you know, the tax write-offs too. I mean, you get to write this off, and essentially down the line, you can you know, the products that you invest in for yourself, I write them off. I mean, you would have to definitely, you know, consult with your tax person, but for me, I'm able to write off mine. Just saying. And we get paid weekly. We get paid every Thursday. And at the end of the year, we get a 1099, and you're responsible for your taxes. You get a 1099 if you've earned over $600 in the year. That's basically it, yeah.
And your coach office, in your coach office, you can see all you've earned. Anytime you can go in and see it. So I know we had a question about something that came up a couple of weeks ago, and I just went and I showed, you know, said to my husband, well, here it is. It's all right here. And it took him a second and a half to grab what we needed, the numbers that we needed that were there. So it's not like having to go through old paperwork and grabbing stuff, which is really helpful. And the being paid once a week, it can either be a physical check that they will send to you, or you can do an automatic deposit. If you choose the paper check to be sent to you, they do charge you a $3 fee for that. So that's, and it's very, very easy to set up the electronic, it's called EFT, electronic funds transfer. And there's a spot right in your back office where you can do it. It's a form to fill out.
I can do a screen share right now.
Yeah, you want to show people back office just to see, because I don't know. I mean, I know some of us know what that looks like, but if you can just see what the back office looks like.
Can you see all this, guys?
I see lots of most used Google Chrome.
Okay,
Yeah.
hold on.
You have snow on your background picture. Are you crazy?
Yes, I know. I'm crazy.
Totally crazy.
All right. So let me just do this. So you have this. You have all these tabs here. My business. This is the one tab that I use the most. Is this my business tab? And you've got news and training. We've got a crazy amount of training.
Yep.
Right over here. Yeah, but that EFT is down here. It's so easy. You just click it and you change it. Well, yeah, right there. Your downline, you can see your downline in several ways, but you have a graphical genealogy, so you've got all these little people all over the place. It's kind of cool. Let me see. Also, another thing, I'll show you. Let me see my names. Yeah. When you reach a certain level, when you reach, I believe it's Emerald rank, and it's Business Starter, yeah, because you're hitting Success Club 5, Business Starter. You start getting customers from Beachbody, and I have. Let me see if I can. In the amount of years that I've been in this business, I have quite a few customers. I have like over 1,000 customers,
Yeah.
and that's from from achieving that emerald rank and reaching certain milestones or certain qualifications in order to get those customer leads. So that's a plus. You know, not too many businesses, not too many MLMs will give you customers, and these customers come from the infomercials, which is great about Beachbody. We get free advertising. They're taking care of all the advertising. You've got all the infomercials out there. Now they have Country Heat out there as an infomercial. I've seen Brazil Butt Lift on TV.
Yep.
So you've got all that. So when you have people calling in on the 800 number, what happens is they turn into a customer and they automatically assign them a coach. So if you're up on the little wheel that they use to, to dole out all the customers, that's how you end up with a customer lead. And it's incredible. I don't know too many businesses that will give you free customers. And you just have to kind of have to create a relationship with them. So these are people that you can have relationships with, which is really cool. The website section, I'll just show you. You have a website and it shows you basically how to create your websites. The websites are so very easy to create. I think you have to click English. It walks you right through it. These little red things, so easy peasy. Yeah, this is how you create the website that your customers will see. It's nothing complicated at all.
So you don't have to be a webmaster.
No, you don't. And if you are, you'll laugh at this, and you'll probably create your own. You'll probably create your own website, and that's okay. But yeah, these little red buttons here are what you use to edit your website.
Nice.
And then you get to see what it's going to look like for people. I'm just assuming that you're joining. No pressure. But this is what it would look like.
Cool.
So yeah. Let me see. Oh yeah, that success tab that Nika was talking about is the coolest thing. Oh, I can't get into it. I can't. Oh, maybe I can't get into it from Google. I don't know. But anyways, you have recognition. We have Success Club trips. We have cruises. We have a trip to Punta Cana, the Dominican Republic this April. Different ways to qualify for that. I just went on a cruise ship, part of their Success Club trip, and it was incredible. They know how to take care of their coaches. That's basically what our back office looks like. It doesn't usually look like that. I don't know what this is. So I'm going to stop the share now on this. Any questions? Does that make sense? I know it doesn't make sense if you're not,
I'm just glad they can, you don't have to, recreate the wheel, basically.
No, not at all. You know what's fantastic about this business, Sarah, is that not only do you have the support of the entire team, and not only do you have the support of your mentor, the coach that brought you in, you have the tools, these third-party tools, always available for you. So it's a business of duplication. So all you have to do is just kind of copy what your upline coach is doing, and just when you start growing your organization, you just show your coaches how to do the same thing. And you don't have to reinvent the wheel, like you said, which is great.
So I'm assuming like Nika would be like you're Abby's upline coach, right?
Mm-hmm.
Ophi? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. So if you joined with me as your coach, then I would be considered your upline coach.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then Ophi's my grandmother.
Okay.
That's how we sort of use those terms and we laugh about them. But so, Opie's my grandmother, and Sean and Fawn are my daughters. They're my kids, and you would be one of my kids too. But what's cool is that we're all still part of the larger upline group. So we're all part of Opie's group. We're part of Opie's coach, Julie, has a huge team, and Julie's coach is Christine Dwyer, the coach that I was talking about earlier, who's one of the most successful coaches in Beachbody. And we have access to all of Opie's training. We have access to all of Julie's training. We have access to all of Christine's training. And we have access to all of Beachbody's training. So there's tons and tons and tons of support and accountability and motivation. Really, the sky is the limit in terms of what you want to do with this. It is up to you. Truly, truly up to you.
What happened to Sarah?
I'm here.
Sarah's there. She's just got her hand away.
Oh. Sorry. I'm like, where'd she go? No, yeah, you know what? You are never alone in this business. Yeah, there's no way that you can. My thing is that I think the hardest part of this business is just, doing what you need to do every day. And we all know what we need to do every day. And that's it. But as far as being, there are some businesses where they just kind of basically say, stand up and go and find people to sell to. And that's how it works.
Right. Definitely not.
No. I hear an echo.
So anybody have questions or comments or anything else to add? If you think of questions later, feel free to ping me, one of us, put it on the event page. Absolutely. We are all there. So.
Well, I was glad to know you don't have to be at your perfect weight.
Nope. I think that there are very few of us on here, if any of us, who would say that we're at our perfect weight.
Good to know.
Because you know what?
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, I think what makes it great is that you don't want to be, I will say don't want to be at your perfect weight or at your goal weight, but you're going to be able to connect with people on a realistic level. Mm-hmm. If you came out and you had this perfect six-pack, no fat anywhere on your body, people would be intimidated. When I go on Instagram and I see all these Instagram posts and these girls have these perfect flat stomachs and their booties are just great, I don't want to talk to them, not because of the way they look, but that to me is almost unimaginable. We are, most of us, we're moms, we're wives, we have flabby stomachs, we have jiggly butts. I mean, and it's just the way it is. And we promote who we are by sharing that a little bit. So you're going to be able to connect to people that see your fight, your struggle, and that you're a real person. You know what I mean? I mean, we get on our calls sometimes. I mean, we all look pretty good tonight, I got to say. But we've gotten on these calls where we're all a mess. I mean, we all look like we just rolled out of bed, even though we're going to roll into bed. And that's the best part about this, is that we're real. We're human. We struggle. We have great days. And then, like for me today, we have terrible days. And your workouts are tough. But people connect with that a whole lot better than if you stood up and said, look at me, I'm perfect. I never have any problems whatsoever. They're just going to ignore that. They want people, I mean, I hate to say this, but people want to see your struggle because they struggle too.
Yes.
So I don't think I'll ever be at my ideal weight. I mean, is there such a thing? I don't really think there is.
No, you know what? You got to look at this business. I look at it as an opportunity to inspire other people. I look at it as an opportunity to make a mark on this planet and to change lives and to do it for generations to come. I look at it as a way to feel like I'm really doing more on this planet. You know, I'm doing more to help other people out. I love this business. And I love especially when I get messages thanking me for helping them to feel better, helping them to just feel normal again, or just thanks, Ophi. I really needed that extra push. That to me, I love the compensation plan, definitely, and I love the fact that I can work from home. But let me tell you something: when somebody thanks you for changing their lives or affecting their lives, there's no price on that. There is nothing that can beat that. That is one of the best feelings that you can ever get in this business, and I think I thrive on that a lot, and that's why I think doing these challenge groups is a big high for me. It is at the core of our business, but we're doing these challenge groups because we're trying to affect other people's lives in such a positive way, and it's incredible what we do. You have to look at it as like we are just very everyday people doing really extraordinary things for other people, really honestly. If you think about it, not too many people will do this, run challenge groups and coach you and motivate you. And maybe they'll benefit from it with a commission, or maybe they'll benefit from it with rank. But I know the majority of our team, we do it just because we love helping people, and we love to see if they're going to get results. We love to see if it's going to affect them in a positive way. And that's why I love our team. That's, I think, at the core of our team, really.
Yep.
Yeah, for reals.
For reals.
For reals.
Amen, sister.
True.
Oh, reals.
True. All right. So any last questions for now? And I will say, I'm just going to throw this out there, and I'm not trying to put anybody in the spot, but sometimes it takes us a while. We've been a coach for a while, and we say, ooh, wait a minute. Gosh, I really want to get into it. I want to get going, and I haven't done anything, or I want to learn how to go about it. Coaching starts when you decide it starts. And it doesn't matter if you've been a coach for a day, a month, a year, 2 years, 5 years. If you decide, you know what, now it's time, then now it's time. And I did that very recently. I said, all right, you know what? It's time for me to start this thing all over again. Time for me to start it back up. And jumping in, and so doing the training and going in and learning the stuff that I know already, but it was just applying it and being there with a beginner's mind and an open mind to learning. So it doesn't matter. We all have things to learn, and it doesn't matter how long we've been in the business. And you could ask Ophi that same question. You can ask Julie Voris that same question. You can ask Christine Dwyer that same question. You could ask Carl Deichler that same question. And they
You
would
run
all
your own race.
their
I mean,
thing.
you run it at your own pace.
Yes, you run at your own pace, but there are always things to learn. There are always ways that we can get better, and it doesn't matter. This is like a fitness journey. You're on your own, and you're not comparing it to where somebody else is. You're comparing it to yourself, and that's really the only thing that matters. So,
And to kind of piggyback on that, there are, there are actually 3 types of coaches that sign aboard. You've got the discount coach, and that's just the coach that wants to just get a discount, and they don't want to do anything more with the business. And no matter how much you talk to them, and no matter how much they see the possibilities with it, they don't want to be involved with it, and that's fine. There are several coaches on our organization that are like that. And you have the hobby coach, who is kind of iffy, is kind of running the business, but really doing it whenever they feel like it. Then you've got the business coach. And these are the people that show up on calls like this. These are the people that show up on the sneak peeks. These are the people that are kind of taking hold and ownership of their organization, and they're becoming true CEOs. But that can happen overnight. That can be somebody that, they get into this business, and then wham, bam, in a month, they're like kicking booty. And then it could be like me, who took me like two and a half years to get going, because I was just doing it for the discounts. It took my upline coach several months, because I thought it was a pyramid scheme, and I wasn't going to sign up for it. And I thought she was a nag, and I signed up to shut her up. But yeah, I did. I signed up so she'd leave me alone. And then 2 years later, I thought I was doing it for the discounts, and then I realized, oh my gosh, what am I doing? I could really be doing a little bit more with this business. But you run it at your own pace. You run it. This business should not overtake your life. It's just a part of your life. It can enhance your life. And then there's the baby that shows up on calls that's distracting this ADD person. Oh my gosh. Hi. Hi, Papa.
Well, I did find I love the Caleb Thomas What If video, and I found it, and I can screen share and show that. It might be a nice way to end
Yes.
our call tonight. So any last questions before we do that?
Yeah.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is figure this out, and now I'm going to screen share if I can figure that out.
And okay, so after Caleb's is over, we'll just end the meeting and the sneak peek. And I just want to say thank you everybody for showing up. Let us know how you felt about this Zoom chat because it's the first time we've done it. And we might do it again next week.
Okay. All right. So I am going to play this. I hope you can you see my screen?
From Epic Every Rep.
Can you guys see my screen? Can you see it?
Yep.
Sarah likes this one.
I'm going to reenact the words of Jessica Nelson for you guys so you can hear this. If there was just one thing holding you back from taking advantage of this Beachbody opportunity, what would it be? Just for a couple seconds, I want you to imagine something with me. What if you became a coach? What if you never made a penny, but you got healthy? That's it. What if you started drinking Shakeology, got the discount, and started working out regularly with the help of your fellow coaches? What if you started feeling better, being more present in your family's life, having more energy, and just feeling alive? Would it be worth it? What if you as a coach shared Beachbody with a friend that was diabetic or depressed or in a downward spiral or someone that was just praying that someone would notice them and take the time to help them?
Oh, Lord, if you're out there, please help me.
What if you were the person that reached out to help someone that knew they'd never get started on their own because they just weren't in the right place? What if you could play a huge part in changing someone's life, saving their life? Would it be worth it? Hard to put a value on that. Okay, think about this one. What if you jumped wholeheartedly into this opportunity and did whatever it took to succeed? What if you decided to do the 3 vital behaviors relentlessly, day after day after day? What if you had big dreams and you were determined to go out there and get them? What if you committed to be here a year from now because you knew you were destined for greatness? What if in just 2 years you were making a 6-figure income, all while helping people? Would that be worth it? Okay, well, what if you forget about it?
Forget about it.
What if you just thought, this Beachbody coaching thing, it's just not for me? What if it was fear or apprehension or preconceived notions?
Slime ball pyramid scheme. I don't want nothing to do with that.
Or whatever the reason is, you just don't want anything to do with it. You don't have to have anything to do with it. That's hard for me to say. I want to challenge you to think right now about the things in your life that make you miserable and unhappy.
I don't know. I'm not miserable or unhappy.
What are you doing today to fix those things so they're not there tomorrow? In 5 years from now, are you going to be having the same crappy day as you are today? Overworked, underpaid, stressed out, away from your family, dreading going into work every day? I'm begging you, please think about this really serious right now. Would passing up an opportunity like this be worth it? What if you answered all these questions and you decided to go for it? What if? That's all I have for you guys today. I'm Coach Caleb from EpicEveryRep.com. Love you guys. Peace.
Thanks, everybody. I will have the recording to this on the event page.
If I can figure out how to stop screen sharing, I'll be in. There we go. I figured it out. Okay. That's it.
Baby.
Thanks, everybody. Yeah, get the baby back. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, everybody.
Okay. Thank you. Good night.
Good night.
Good night. Good night.
Good night, John Boy.